All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to new Chinese technology that even scared America. The world will never be the same. Let's jump in here and see what's going on, guys.
The world is on the brink of a technological revolution that will transform everything from medicine to transportation.
Uh-oh.
China is already taking the first steps into this future, leaving competitors far behind. Are we ready for the changes? Flying cars. Shanghai, the year 2025. Dozens of flying cars move above the skyscrapers. Like a swarm of futuristic dragonflies, they glide silently through the air. This is not science fiction, but Chinese eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. They are changing the concept of transportation. In the past 2 years, China has turned the dream of air taxis into reality. The country has outpaced the West. The secret to success is revolutionary batteries, solid-state batteries with an energy density of 500 watt-hours per kilogram. They allow the vehicles to cover 250 miles without recharging, like from adică distanța dintre New York și Washington. Аппарат E-Hang 216S способен перевозить 2 пассажиров. Дальность полета до 19 to 19 miles. Charging takes about 10 minutes. The Aerofuja cargo drone delivers up to half a ton of cargo. It operates in hard-to-reach mountainous areas, places where no truck can go. The real shock for the West is the scale of implementation. While the USA is discussing testing regulations, China has already completed over 10,000 commercial flights.
Wow.
A factory has been built in Guangzhou. It produces about 1,000
so they're using it
per year.
Already.
What does this mean for the world? Firstly, traffic jams might become a thing of the past. Flying across the city will become accessible and fast. Secondly, China gains a new lever of influence. The technology is already being purchased by more than 18 countries. But there is also a dark side. Military drones based on the same platforms could change the balance of power in the region. Driverless taxis. An ordinary day in Chinese megacities. You leave your house, open an app, and within a minute, a driverless car arrives for you. This is not science fiction. Robotaxis here have already transported 7 million passengers. The secret to success is revolutionary technology. Baidu Apollo's artificial intelligence processes 1,000 road scenarios per second. It easily handles even the most reckless traffic violators. For comparison, American counterparts like Waymo handle only 2 to the 100 scenarios. Chinese robotaxis have already traveled 20 million miles without serious accidents.
Wow.
This distance is equivalent to 80 trips around the world. A true breakthrough in scale. While the US is testing robotaxis...
No, the problem with the US is the crime, guys. The problem is the crime. You can really tell how some folks will just even take advantage of this, start messing this thing up. If we clean up some of our cities, technology can come in.
In 5 cities, China has already launched them in 65. The cost of a ride is only $2 to $3. This is 3 times cheaper than a regular taxi.
Wow.
By 2030, the market will grow to $50 billion. What does this mean for us? The transportation revolution has already begun. Traffic jams will be reduced by 30%, emissions will be halved. But there is a downside. 2 million drivers may lose their jobs.
Hey.
Humanoid robots.
It's part of the process.
Imagine a world where your coworker is a humanoid robot. It doesn't just assemble cars in a factory. It can run marathons. This is not science fiction. This is China in the year 2025. While the West showcases individual prototypes, Chinese humanoids are already working in factories. They assist in hospitals and even appear in sports arenas. The secret to success is unique technology and an affordable price. The Unitary DJI-1 robot costs $16,000. This is 10 times cheaper than the American counterpart from Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
It has already become a social media star, performing complex combat moves and dancing. The medical assistant GR1 lifts a patient weighing 110 pounds. That's like an adult man.
Yo, we are here. That's crazy. The fact that we are here already, man, that's crazy, right?
2025. Wow. 21 robots participated in the Beijing half marathon. Many of them ran faster than humans. But the main breakthrough is in the industry. At BYD factories, Walker S1 robots perform 70% of operations. This reduces costs by a third. China plans to produce 500 humanoids for every 10,000 workers by 2025.
Wow.
5 times more than in the USA. What does this mean for us? The revolution has already begun. Humanoids will improve elderly care, make production cheaper, but also leave millions...
And that's the point, right? I was thinking about this. Make sure that our seniors are taken care of, man. Make sure that the seniors... Probably in the future, I might buy one for my family, for my parents.
People without jobs. Artificial intelligence. Next generation artificial intelligence is already here. Systems that solve complex mathematical problems better than professors, write code more efficiently than experienced programmers. This is not science fiction. In
Wow.
2025, the Chinese models DeepSeek and QW revolutionized the AI world. While the West is increasing model parameters, China has chosen the path of intellectual efficiency. The secret of success is a unique reinforcement learning technology. The DeepSeek R1 model, with 671 billion parameters, shows astonishing results. It
Wow.
solves 80% of the American mathematical Olympiad problems, writes code with 66% accuracy, and consumes 20 times fewer resources than OpenAI's counterparts.
Wow.
Its younger sibling, the QW30OB, has only 32 billion parameters, but surpasses many Western developments, and even works on a regular gaming computer. A true breakthrough in accessibility, using the QW30OB cost only 20 cents per million requests, cheaper than a cup of coffee. China has opened the source code of its models. This allows thousands of developers to create new applications.
Wow.
Already today, the technologies are used in financial modeling, logistics, and in preparation for the World Games of 2025.
Wow.
What does this mean for us? The AI revolution has become a reality. The professions of programmers and analysts will change drastically. The cost of software development will decrease.
And this is where things are going to go faster and faster and faster. I wish we can just simply just this for me. I'm going to see it from the very positive perspective. This will probably help even find cure to a lot of our problems, a lot of our sickness. So let's just be open-minded and just say, be okay with this.
Significantly. But there is also a downside. China controls 70% of the supply chains for AI components.
Ooh.
This provides an unprecedented technological advantage. Brain-computer interfaces. A person completely paralyzed after an accident regains the ability to communicate simply by the power of thought. This is no longer science fiction, but the reality of Chinese brain-computer interfaces. In 2025, China makes a breakthrough in neurotechnology, leaving even Elon Musk's ambitious projects behind. The secret to success is revolutionary, non-invasive technologies. The Brain Talker device, resembling a regular headset, allows text input at a speed of 50 words per minute.
Wow.
Faster than the average person types. The system does not require surgical intervention, unlike its American counterparts. The new bilateral interface from Tianjin is 100 times more efficient than Western developments. Moreover, it consumes 1,000 times less energy. But a real breakthrough in medicine. By 2027, Chinese doctors plan to restore speech and movement to thousands of patients with strokes and spinal cord injuries.
Wow.
The first trials on primates showed astounding results. Monkeys controlled a mechanical arm with 95% accuracy. What does this mean for us? A new era of human-machine interaction is approaching. Technologies that seemed like science fiction just yesterday will become available for a few $1,000s. But there is also a downside. Chinese BCI could gain access to our thoughts. This raises serious questions about privacy and security.
Yeah. That's
Quantum
the only
technologies.
Thing, right?
Imagine a computer that solves tasks in a few hours. Even the most powerful supercomputers cannot handle them in billions of years. This is already the reality of Chinese quantum technologies in 2025. While the West is testing laboratory prototypes, China is launching mass production and deploying the world's first global quantum communication network. The secret of China's success is unprecedented investments and breakthroughs. The computer demonstrates quantum supremacy. It solves the most complex molecular modeling tasks, 1,000,000 times faster than American counterparts.
Wow.
And the Xiaohong chip, with 504 qubits, developed by the Chinese Academy of Sciences. It has become the most powerful in the world and opens new horizons for artificial intelligence and cryptography. But the real revolution is in quantum communication. The MOSI satellite provides absolutely secure channels between continents. A ground network spanning 3,000 miles is already operational, used for banking transactions and government communications. What does this mean for us? The world is on the brink of a technological revolution. Quantum computing will accelerate drug development and logistics. Costs will decrease by 20 to 30%. But these same technologies can break modern encryption systems. Data security will be at risk.
That's the only
New
thing,
energy.
right? That's the only
Imagine
thing.
a
A lot of
nuclear
the
reactor
privacy
and-
that you currently have might be at risk. That's the only downside. It seems like it.
It cannot overheat. It does not require water for cooling and runs on fuel that will last for 20,000 years.
Ha!
This is not science fiction. This is a Chinese thorium reactor. It is already operational today in the Gobi Desert. While the world debates nuclear energy, China has made a revolution. The first industrial installation on molten salts in the world has been launched. The secret to success is its unique design. Unlike traditional reactors, the Chinese TMSRLF-1 specifically utilizes liquid salt, instead of water and solid fuel as its primary coolant. This makes it absolutely safe. Even in the event of an accident, the melt will simply solidify. No catastrophes like Fukushima. Thorium is used as fuel. China has more thorium than coal, and it is not suitable for creating nuclear weapons. The real breakthrough is its efficiency. 2 pounds of thorium produce more energy than 500,000 pounds of coal. The waste from such a reactor is hazardous for only 500 years, compared to 10,000 years for conventional nuclear power plants. By 2029, China will launch the first commercial station. The capacity is 60 megawatts.
Wow.
By 2035, they plan to build dozens of such installations. What does this mean for us? An energy revolution is inevitable. Thorium reactors will provide cheap electricity without harmful emissions. But there is also a downside. China, controlling this technology, will gain enormous influence over global energy. AI chip.
And that's
Imagine a
that's what the Western world, right? That's where they need to buckle up. They need to just, they really need to take this thing serious. I mean, shout out to China for doing what they do best. That you cannot blame them.
Chip capable of training artificial intelligence without the involvement of Western technologies. This is already a reality. The Huawei Ascend.910D Gigabit is a Chinese processor that in 2025 challenged NVIDIA's monopoly in the AI chip market. The secret to success is its unique architecture. The Ascend 910D is manufactured at Chinese SMIC factories using a 7-nanometer process. It demonstrates performance comparable to the NVIDIA H100 flagship. Moreover, the cost of the Chinese chip is 30% lower.
Wow.
But the real breakthrough is in scaling. A cloud matrix cluster of 384 such chips delivers 300 petaflops. This is twice as powerful as the best NVIDIA systems. However, there is a price to pay for this. The energy consumption of the Chinese system is almost 4 times higher. What does this mean? The technological map of the world is changing before our eyes. Chinese companies can now train complex AI models without worrying about sanctions. This will accelerate the development of Chinese AI by 2 to 3 times, but at the same time, it will create the threat of a technological divide. Biotechnology. Imagine a world where medicines are grown from bacteria, fuel is produced from algae, and animal feed is made from industrial emissions. This is no longer science fiction, this is biomanufacturing in China, in the year 2025. While the West discusses the green economy, China is making a revolution, turning biotechnology into a new engine of its economy.
Yeah, they're basically telling them, keep wasting your time. We're just gonna simply lock in here and see what focus on what we need to focus. It's insane.
Lies in unique innovations. Scientists have already learned to convert carbon dioxide from metallurgical plants into 5,000 tons of protein feed annually.
Wow.
This is enough to feed 1 million pigs. And bioreactors with genetically modified bacteria produce cancer drugs 10 times cheaper than traditional methods. But the real breakthrough is in scale. China already controls 24% of global pharmaceutical production, surpassing Europe and catching up with the USA. And very soon, investments in biotechnology will double, and the number of new drugs produced in China will triple. What does this mean for us? Medicine will become more accessible and the environment cleaner. But there is also a downside. China may establish a monopoly on key biotechnologies, as has already happened with solar panels.
That's what it is.
Chinese Android. Imagine an operating system. It works equally well on a phone, smartwatch, TV, and in a car, without delays, with perfect synchronization. This is Harmony OS from Huawei, a technological masterpiece. Already installed on 1 billion devices, it has challenged the monopoly of Android and iOS. The secret of success is its revolutionary architecture. Unlike Android, Harmony OS uses a microkernel. Its size is just 1,000th of Linux. This makes the system lightning fast and practically immune to viruses. The system automatically distributes resources between devices, turning them into a single supercomputer.
Wow.
For example, you start watching a movie on your phone and continue on the TV without manual connection. A true breakthrough in independence? After the American sanctions, Huawei created Harmonious Next, a fully autonomous OS, without traces of Android. Already, 4,000 popular applications have been adapted.
Wow.
By 2025, their number will exceed 1 million. What does this mean for us? The technological landscape is changing before our eyes. In China, Harmonious has already surpassed iOS, capturing 17% of the market. For users, smoother performance, new possibilities. But there is a downside. The world might split into 2 digital universes, Western and Chinese. Maglev technology. The train flies above the rails without a single wheel, accelerating to 621 miles per hour, faster than a Boeing 737. This is not science fiction. This is the reality of Chinese maglev technology. In 2025, China is building a new line. The length is 30 and 3/10 miles between Changsha and Luoyang. It will become the fastest in the world. The secret of maglev is magnetic levitation. The train hovers above the tracks without touching them. This eliminates friction and noise. The technology is environmentally friendly, no emissions. Energy consumption is reduced by 20% compared to conventional high-speed trains. A real breakthrough in the Hyperloop. China is already testing vacuum
We saw that
tunnels.
one
In them,
already.
the maglev accelerates.
Yeah, the fact that they change it to magnetic, like they're willing to, and they're willing to just how can I say this? To try
To
stuff.
387 miles per hour. In the future, the journey from Beijing to Shanghai will be reduced from 5.5 hours to 1.5 hours. It's faster than an airplane. What does this mean for us? The transportation revolution has already begun. Maglevs will make travel fast, quiet, and safe. But there's a downside. China is building lines for $1.4 billion.
Damn.
Europe and the USA are still only discussing projects. 6G.
Wasting their time.
A world where holograms replace video calls. Drones fly in perfect synchronization, without a single delay. This is not science fiction. This is 6th generation technology. 6G. China is already setting the rules of the game today. While the West struggles to implement 5G, Chinese engineers have established 3 key standards for 6th generation networks by 2024. The secret of 6G lies in its incredible features, data transfer speeds of up to 100 gigabits per second. This is 50 times faster than 5G. Latency will be reduced to microseconds. Surgeons will be able to perform operations remotely with precision down to an inch. The connection density will
What? Remotely?
reach 10 million devices per nearly 39 hundredths of a square mile. A smart
That's
city
crazy.
where
I don't
every
think so.
streetlight, car, and road surface exchanges data in real time. The key is
Remotely?
integration with artificial intelligence. 6G will become not just a communication network, but a giant nervous system of the planet. Computations and data analysis occur instantly. China is already testing the technology in Shanghai and Beijing. The commercial launch is being prepared for 2030.
I don't think
What
so.
does this mean for us? The revolution in communications will change everything, from medicine to transportation. But there is a downside. Whoever controls 6G will control the digital world.
Yeah, that's it.
The future. Imagine the world of 2050, where Chinese technologies set the rules in all areas of life. This is not science fiction, this is our likely tomorrow. While Western countries discuss regulation, China is already today creating a future where it will control energy, communications, medicine, and even
ahead.
human consciousness. The secret of China's success lies in unprecedented technological expansion. By 2030, thorium reactors will provide 10% of Asia's energy. Quantum computers will crack modern ciphers, and brain-computer interfaces will become a mass product. And this is just the beginning. But the real revolution will occur in geopolitics. By controlling key technologies, China will gain unprecedented influence over the countries of the Belt and Road. Thorium reactors for the Middle East, quantum networks for Africa, medical BCI for Latin America, all of this will be supplied with political conditions.
Wow.
What does this mean for us? The world is on the brink of a new technological order. Western countries are already lagging behind by about 5 to 10 years in critically important areas. Without urgent investments of $50 billion and a strategy revision by 2050, they risk ending up on the periphery of technological civilization. However, the biggest risk is not in lagging behind, but in division. If we do not develop common standards for AI, quantum technologies, and biointerfaces today, tomorrow we may face a world divided into hostile technological blocks. These breakthroughs are not just news, but a signal. The future...
I don't know what to say, man. It just seemed like China is in a full momentum right now. They're basically in full momentum. And at this point, they're simply willing to just be okay for what is coming. They want to simply just take control of the situation. And future and technology seems like where it's at. And you cannot blame them. Wow. Can't blame them. Can't blame them. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We'd love to hear you guys' opinions. I will see you next one. I'm out.